And welcome along. It's great to have you come today as we start and head into our market analysis for this week. Just waiting for the live stream to kick in. Hi everyone, and welcome along to our market analysis and news update for the date of 9th of November. Gosh, it's flying by, isn't it? Look, let me get straight into the Zoom and see if I can get it to share screen. Let's have a look at the news for the week ahead. Going to be an interesting week for mine. I really like the contrast. Last week we saw all kinds of news: presidential elections, ECB Monetary Policy Committee, Australian interest rate decisions and cut, FOMC statements, the whole non-farm payrolls on Friday, the whole lot. And this week, really, we've got not much at all. A lot of central bankers speaking, but no big announcements in that. We've got Lagarde and Bailey speaking today. Nothing tomorrow. Official cash rate from New Zealand on Wednesday. Not really expecting a surprise in that. Followed by the normal policy statements, etc. And the press conference. Really, the press conference may see the move in the New Zealand dollar. We may see some discussion around what's happening with monetary policy going forward. And Reserve Bank may choose to start talking about LV loan to value LVAs, LVRs, loan to value ratios in that conference. It wouldn't be a normal thing, but it's possible. It's very topical back in New Zealand at the moment. Holidays for Europe, Canada, and the US on Wednesday. Just a nothing week, you know. Bank of England governor on Thursday, Lagarde again on Friday, Bank of England governor again, Chairman Powell speaks, but none of it is considered to be massive stuff, and I'm not expecting the news to play a big part of it. And what that should allow is all that news last week should set us in a direction, and this week should allow that direction to just anchor in. I expect this to be a really good trading week, and certainly it's off to a pretty interesting start. And we need to give this week time to settle, and we need to let the professionals start and get into the market, because as we speak, the amateurs are in the market, and we'll see the professionals coming over the next 12 hours or so, and we'll start and get things a little bit clearer. Look, I'll just bring this up a little bit. Gold. Look, I've said previously I'm bullish gold above this line. I'm going to stay there. We've seen the break of the previous range, thankfully. And look, really what I'd look for here, what I'd like here is a little retest of this level here, and then another step up, and I'll be all over that. Upside targets 1974 and 2000 would be the major upside targets. Look, I've got to say, I expect to see a pullback today or a visit to 2000, not too far away. Now, Bitcoin just got to move my picture. Bitcoin got up today, started with the gap down, starting to fill that gap now, has filled that gap and pulled off for a little bit actually. And again, it's wait and see mode for me. I'm a bit of a bull for cryptos at the moment, but happy to let this picture get a bit clearer. Let's remember that if we get underneath this bar here, we've got a classic reversal pattern going on here. So I think that, you know, I'd be starting to be concerned about Malong around 1510, and looking for 4-hour bars for a chance to buy. But again, I'd like a pullback before I got into it today. This is straight up, and it's quite a lot of buying for something like Bitcoin, which doesn't really have a fundamental basis to support or decline that. The Nasdaq, as asked, gapped up and starts heading towards recent highs. We've already taken out this level here, and really back up to 12,455 looks very much in the card, or at least for me. I kind of like these levels. 12,415 looks a bit of a go on the Nasdaq for me. UK 100, another one that has gapped up. We'll have a bit of a look at this line and see whether we are above it, where we are. I would suggest to you that's the next upside target. Would be that trend line there. Some horizontal level stuff around where we are at the moment. Probably just above the worst of it, but certainly a band, and we're certainly in that area right now. And a little bit more sort of popping around in these sort of areas here. Certainly have a look at 6,034 as a possible upside target as well. So for mine, a little bit of resistance in the way of this move. We'll need to see how it goes through that to be really clear. S&P 500. Another one that's kept up, popped up above this trend line and just kept going, and looks 3,589 looks very much on the way for S&P. Looks certainly 3,578 looks very likely to be got today or tomorrow. Oil, I said on the weekend that I'm just trying to stay out of oil. We've had a pullback to this support level, another bounce. Gosh, it's my real concern here is that this bar now starts to set up a new range, and that all goes back to inside a $2 range like it did, for a little while up in this area here, and it was no fun for traders. And I'm going to let this take shape and become clear before I get involved. I'm not that keen on it at the moment. Euro, well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days up. Weekly chart gives us the outside bar here, and really we're starting to get to a level where I do think more buying is coming in on Euro, and at least the top of this range around 119.30 looks to be a pretty good place to be looking for targets to the upside and for the Euro to make further decisions. Dollar yen continuing down, and again, with both of these, really what we're looking for is we're looking for a pullback to buy. And what the market isn't giving us at this stage is a pullback to buy. Dollar yen does look pretty convincingly short, and next target for that would be monthly support 2 at 102. I think it's 102.86. Again, for me, what I'd like to see is let's see it pull back and give me a rundown here. That would interest me. But just selling the low of it, not something I'm going to do at this stage. Really, for me, and my advice to you is to give this thing a few hours to really settle down and become a little bit clearer. I'd want to see the UK traders in the market for sure, and possibly even the US traders in the market before I was completely convinced of direction. Look, if this is the start of the big post-election move, and we're going to see some jumping around because court action could do that to us and recounts could do that to us, that's all good stuff for trade. It'll probably provide a little bit of pullback for us. But if this is the start of a big post-election move, it could be a big move. And if it's a big move, there's no need to rush into it. Let's get it established, pick our moments, time our moments into it. Keep an eye on that news, make good decisions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for your time today.